secrets happen. Go find a real gold mine. Go find a real gold mine.
Lesson number 7. We've come right around and you're already doing it. Isn't this fantastic? I'm so excited for you guys. Michelle Blood here. Now, if you're watching this and this is the first one you've watched, go back to lesson number 1. Otherwise, none of this is going to make sense to you, but you were waiting for this great secret. Now, why I looked into this. I looked at some friends of mine that were so creative and brilliant at what they did. And they could never seem to actually finish their big goals, like get a book written and finish it, or get their websites finished, or, you know, all of these so-called, what people call left brain stuff. And I thought, I'm so right-brained. I can do it. Anyone should be able to do it. And I don't want to shoot on anybody, but I was like, what is it? So I kept delving into it. And then I realized what it was, excuse me, through some more research, was these particular people. I questioned them. I interviewed them. I asked them. I said, okay, for example, this one friend, he absolutely had clients. He looked after them. They would come and they would pay him his fee for what he does, his service, and he would be very organized. His clients would come, they would go, but then his project for finishing his book he could never do. So I knew he had the capability of absolutely doing this, but for some reason within him, he couldn't write the book. And then I realized what it was. If he was getting paid money to do something, he would absolutely do it. And these other people I interviewed, and they didn't even realize that this was a block. And this happens a lot when people are entrepreneurs and they work for themselves. They'll put more energy and time into actions they think are money-producing actions, that they can actually see the money produced right then and there, like selling a book or seeing a client, than actually doing something later that could end up bringing to them multiple streams of income, money while they're sleeping, that they would never even dream of possible, which will give them freedom as well. This is exciting. So this is the secret. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready, Trevor? Are you ready? You ready, my friends? Okay, this is the secret. Treat every single action that you do on your daily action list as responsibly and with your imagination as if you were being paid money to do it. That's the secret. You literally bring your whole being and I'm getting paid money to do this. I'm being paid money to do this. That is what you say to yourself. So every action, even if it's an email out to somebody, it's cleaning out your filing from A to D, A to M, or whatever it was that we were speaking about in the last lesson. Because you do not know in the future where your money will come from. Every single thing, every action will bring with it absolute divine power, omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient power that will help you if you live in the moment and you do these actions as responsibly as if you are actually being paid money to do them. Your life will change. You do your 6 actions in this way. It is so powerful. It is beyond powerful. Because in the long run, if we're only doing actions that we're getting paid money to do, we'll never get anything else done that's worthwhile. We won't write the songs. We won't write the books. We won't do the projects. So you, my creative darlings, don't feel bad about it. You haven't been money hungry or selfish. You've just been coming from a place of an old paradigm. You can shift that paradigm like that. Like that, you can shift it for good, forever. Doing these 30 days. And so, for example, we said in the last lesson, say, for example, you want to have a day off. And I said, okay, but you still have to write down your daily action list for 30 days to start with. And the reason is so that it becomes a new habit. Now, if you stop and you have not done your goal setting, writing it down in the morning and writing your list at night on, say, day 26, you have to start again from day 1. You've got to get a full 30 days completed. I have seen people who can do this. Not many people will go and do this, but you can be one of those rare people. Your life will change. Money will flow in. You will have focus, concentration. You won't get into pity parties. You won't feel all of this, oh, what about me? And I can't do this. You'll be thinking of what you can do instead of what you can't do. This is amazing. It'll be like amazing grace. I'm so passionate about this particular course because I know it works. It's so groovy. Now, the final thing for this lesson is something I read and then I've sort of extrapolated upon it. And that is this. You get yourself one of those little sticky notes pads. I don't know if there's one lying around here anywhere. But anyway, you get a sticky note and you write thank you on every sticky note. Because when we get into gratitude, it stops us from getting into self as well. It stops us, because anytime we're getting into self, we're projecting something that hasn't happened yet in the future that we don't want, or we're thinking about the past. You've got to live in the now. And with these little sticky notes, you can write, thank you, God, thank you, universe, whatever you choose. This is what I do. Thank you, God, for health. Thank you, God, for expressing through me. Thank you, God, for being there with me, through me, so that everyone who is listening or watching this right now could get a transmission of light from God directly into their consciousness, using yourself as a vehicle. Thank you, God, for happiness. Thank you, God, for bringing your heart through mine to others. Thank you, God, for Trevor, my office manager. Anyway, what you do, you fill out the whole sticky notes, and then you make up what is called a God can. So you get a can, and you write, when I can't, God can. And then every time you find a sticky note, because what you're going to do with your sticky notes is you're going to put them all over your house and office, particularly in places where you can't see them, in your undies drawer, in the freezer of your refrigerator, in filing cabinets, because you'll end up finding them when you go to your file, in books that you may decide to read again, in the wardrobe, in your winter pocket coat. You got to hide them all over the place. And when you find one, you look at it and you're like, oh, thank you, God, for John and Dara, our beautiful Johnny tree, yay! Or for Trevor Rogers, or Dr. Lawrence T. Bond, or thank you, God, for our wonderful Mystical Success Club. And then you stop, whatever your it is. It might be for your children, your husband, your work, your life, the air that you breathe, the teeth, your hair. You breathe, and for 30 seconds to 60 seconds, you just breathe in a thank you. And then you fold up your sticky note and you put it in your God can. This is one of the things that you can do that will help you not get focused on yourself so much, and it'll get you into that sense of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful things that you can do in your life to help you bring in the power of God into your life, the power of omniscient grace. So now what I'm going to do is, we've got a special that Trevor helped me put together. Our wonderful new book. Would you want to get the book for me, Trevor? The wonderful new book that I have written with Bob Proctor. It is called How to Become a Magnet to Money Through the Sea of Unlimited Consciousness. Now, this is a powerful book that will give you zillions more tools than we've given you in this course. Zillions and zillions more tools. And this is an amazingly powerful book. But anyway, the other thing that I was going to say that we're going to gift you, there could be another link somewhere here. All of the lessons that I've gone through, we're going to put into a PDF workbook for you so that you can really have clarity, so that while you're going through these, if you want to go through all these lessons again, you can go through them, and you can go through the PDF file as well. So that will be up here on the screen. It'll be there somewhere. But I am really excited that we finally got these lessons to 7 lessons, but they are going to help you tremendously. You are beautiful. I love you. Thank you. Namaste.